the NBA free agency is off and running, man, and you see moves already going down. Paul George leaving the Los Angeles Clippers, going to the Philadelphia 76ers, man, which is a good pickup for the Sixers. The Sixers already, they got Embiid. They also signed Tyrese Maxey to a deal. So you got Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George, Kelly Oubre back on the team too as well. So, and for the case of Paul George and the Clippers, man, he was brought there with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard wanted another superstar to play with him, and he got Paul George, and people thought that could be something. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. At that time, they still had Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly. They still had a nice little team, and you put those two together, and it was like, man, because Kawhi Leonard, people thought he was going to go to the Lakers to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but that didn't happen. So, and then it was just a crazy turn of events that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard hooked up with the Clippers, and man, that stirred the pot. Then people thought, hey, maybe the Clippers will be the team in LA and all that, but LA is just a Laker town, man. It always has, and I think it always will be, unless the Clippers do something real dramatic to change that championship wise, because the Lakers have, the second most championships in franchise history. Boston just went up and took, got the most this year. But, it was looking like, Kawhi Leonard with the commercials and all that good stuff in LA. And looked like, hey, maybe the Clippers may turn a corner. Paul George, it just didn't happen for one reason. Not the sole reason, but just a big reason. Kawhi Leonard's health, man. He just, he got Paul George to play with him, and it just looked like Paul George was playing by himself, and I think Paul George seen that, and it was just like, hey, man, I come to play along with you, and you're not even here. You're always on the bench. Didn't play a lot in the playoffs. It was just Paul George in the playoffs by himself playing, and at this point in his career, Paul George, he made some money, even though he made a lot of money with this deal with Philly, getting a max contract over 200 and things like that. I still think he wants to put himself in the best position. Yeah, he got paid as well, but I think Philly is a better, is a better position for him to win a championship. And I think, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions sometimes, to prosper. And that's what Paul George has done, being from LA, and he's basically at home, about 35 minutes away from where he grew up. Family could just go watch him play and things like that. That's his hometown and things. And he goes all the way across, the country, the East Coast, Philly, go to the cold weather and all that good stuff in the pursuit of the championship. Well, the money, don't help out over 200 million, but still, put himself in a different predicament, man, showing that he's really chasing that NBA title. So, Paul George to the Clippers, man. Paul George leaving the Clippers, going to Philly, the East. They're trying to contend with the Celtics. The Knicks made a move. So the East is trying to, do some things, and I think this piece right here, if Philly can Philly get bench players. You need them role players. I know they picked up Aaron Gordon as well. Aaron Gordon is a 3-point shooter. Not too much on the defensive side. Get you a couple points, but you're going to need some defense if you're going to be a contention with them Celtics, because they play good D, and they can score the ball as well. So you're going to have to beat both sides, messing with them Celtics. The Knicks is coming up, with the Mikal Bridges move. So the East, is trying to get chippy again. It's getting challenging. Stars, Paul George going to the East, bringing another superstar back to the East. And you still got Giannis in the Bucks. They're going to try to come back, bounce back. They was hurt for the year. So Paul George, playoff P is what he like to call himself, going to the Philadelphia 76ers, joining the process. The Philly fans have been waiting on the process, trusted. They've been trusting it, and now you pick up Paul George, and you sign Tyrese Maxey, man. Here's your big three right there. Like I said, with Kelly Oubre, you could pick up some more pieces, a piece or two, because you just signed those two to some big contracts. You pay Embiid, so there's only so much money to stretch. And Philly, so what do you guys think about the Paul George signing? Philadelphia 76ers to go along with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Was that enough? Was that enough in your opinion to go up against them Celtics and the New York Knicks? The New York Knicks and the Bucks. It's going to be tough. Was this move enough, for the 76ers to be in contention to get over that hump? And for Embiid to finally get the championship that I know he's been longing for. And it all starts with him as well, man. If he's healthy, if he could stay healthy, which is a tall task, I believe the Sixers will have a legitimate shot and will be some contenders, in that East. So if Joel Embiid can stay healthy, man, and like I said, the guys, that chemistry builds and they pick up a piece or two that can help that team out, you better watch out for the 76ers. But it's Boston for right now. Re-signing White, he was a big piece to that championship team. White and Drew Holiday, man, two scrappy guys. Those two guys was, in my opinion, one of the keys to winning that championship with the Boston Celtics. So we just have to see what Paul George gonna do, entering the room for the Sixers, see how far he moved that needle. And Philly fans, where you at? You happy about the Paul George signing with your team? Let me know in the comments, man. And it's gonna be a very interesting NBA season because the free agency had a hell of a start so far. So moves are still being made, and we're just gonna have to see what goes on. Paul George leaving the Clippers, going to the 76ers. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get all the new videos, and until next time, I'm out.